First, we weren't spying on Americans.
Does the NSA collect any type of data at all on millions or hundreds of millions of Americans?
No, sir.
It does not.
Not wittingly.
Well, maybe just a little, but not a lot.
When it comes to telephone calls, nobody is listening to your telephone calls. That's not what this program's about.
What I can say unequivocally is that if you are a U.S. person, the NSA cannot listen to your telephone calls, and the NSA cannot target your emails.
Then we find out, well, maybe they are, but if they are, it's to combat terrorism.
As I've said, this program is an important tool in our effort to disrupt terrorist plots, and it does not allow the government to listen to any phone calls without a warrant.
Yeah, like the phone calls of the Boston bombers. Oh, I forgot, you didn't know anything about them, even though the Russians directed you to them a number of times. And Tamerlan should never have been allowed back in the country and should have been stopped by ICE and the FBI. But then again, the FBI and ICE don't have a way of talking to each other. Or at least that's what they say. Or you need this program so that you can give the NYPD a second phone number in that Zazi case that they were already on top of. So now the administration says, don't worry, the FISA court protects us. It's only with that court's approval that any calls can be monitored. Except, enter the chief judge of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. He says that his court lacks the tools to independently verify when and how often the government surveillance breaks the court rules that aim to protect Americans' privacy. Now, according to Judge Reggie Walton, the FISA court is forced to rely on the government and the accuracy of the information they provide to report its own actions. Translation? The NSA repeatedly broke our privacy rules, blamed computers and programming errors, but the truth is more than 63% of these so-called errors, thousands of them, were not computer errors, but instead were overbroad searching of terms, as well as not following standard procedure, as well as training issues, which means they are literally breaking the law thousands of times. And here's a kick in the ear. The FISA court didn't even know about one of the government's collection methods, which they hid from the court. And as soon as the court found out about it, ruled it unconstitutional because it was. But don't worry, the president is not interested in spying on Americans.
I want to make clear, once again, that America is not interested in spying on ordinary people.
The operative word there, interested. He didn't say, we're not spying on American people. He said we're not interested in spying on American people. Now, Edward Snowden must be laughing in his vodka. It's almost like he choreographed it so that every time the president denies anything, Snowden's leaks are able to rebut his lies, to the point where the president of the United States, the leader of the free world, has to have a press conference to tell us how he's going to be even more transparent. But, Mr. President, even your own party is blasting you for your dishonesty, for your non-transparency, and for the ineptitude.
This is unsustainable, it's outrageous, and must be stopped immediately.
It's no wonder that Americans, by a big margin, think the government's electronic surveillance program does more to hurt us by using our private information improperly than it does to help track down terrorists and protect Americans. So much, Mr. President, for your recent claims that with just a little bit more oversight and transparency, the surveillance program would be nothing to worry about. Personally, I think this is creepy and un-American. And for those of you who are part of the internet, Google, Facebook, sexting, texting generation, you need to think about the potential and the inevitable abuses of such actions. Do you really think that the collection of not only your phone calls, but your passwords, your emails, your text messages, and pictures does not create a risk, and that there is no chance that this information will be used against you? Really? But think about it. What's next? Your prescriptions? Try getting a job when companies can access everything you've ever done online, ever. It's like the movies. This kind of privacy invasion always turns out bad. Coming up, more on the NSA spying on Americans. What can the president say to spin the newest allegations? And later, a Bank of America executive